5. Hobbes, Locke, Harrington. Hobbes's utopianism made this point. Thomas Hobbes, 1588 to 1679, wrote his Leviathan, 1651, as a vindication of the absolute rights of whatever government happens to be in power. The state incarnates true order. In Hobbes's work, the law of nations and the law of nature is the same thing. The state comprehends all orders so that a church, such a one as is capable to command, to judge, absolve, condemn, or to do any other act, is the same thing with this civil commonwealth. Nothing can exist outside of this one, the state. The great condemnation of heresy for Hobbes was that it is a private opinion, obstinacy maintained contrary to the opinion which the public person, that is to say, the representative of the commonwealth, hath commanded to be taught. Moreover, heretics are none but private men that stubbornly defend some doctrine prohibited by their lawful sovereigns. The state, in Hobbes's order, is the only good. Man is virtually nothing. Hobbes brings us to the brink of total environmentalism. John Locke placed man within that realm by his psychology. Locke, 1632 to 1704, in his essay, an essay concerning human understanding, with his tabula rasa concept, reduced the mind to a passive blank sheet on which an elite planner or teacher could write the future. Man was now a passive creature, acted on rather than acting, and the state became progressively the active, creating agent. Another major contribution to utopianism had come already in the concepts of economic man and economic determinism, a note which appeared in James Harrington, 1611 to 1677, in his Oceana. Its fundamental thesis was simple. Dominion is property. Oliver Cromwell recognized the basic secularism of Harrington's thesis. Harrington held that power is property, hence society should be reordered in terms of a realistic recognition of this quote-unquote fact. In terms of this, Harrington wanted a government of laws, not of men. There was nothing new in Harrington's thesis, as Baxter pointed out. Men have always known of the power property gives. The issue for some centuries was this: would power be governed by the higher power of God? The whole concern of Christendom had been the subjection of all powers to Christ. The novelty in Harrington's thesis was that power was again being paganized, freed from the restraints of the higher power of the triune God. A new higher power had come into the picture, the sovereign power of the scientific socialist state, which itself moves eventually to possess property and become the focal point of all power. The road to utopia led straight to the Marxist hell.